Hello, Pisces, and welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie. I have Blazer the Morkie in the room, but we're doing a little bit different setup today. You might hear him make some noise during your reading, or he might just sleep and be quiet. We'll see. But today I have a little bit different setup. This is working out better for me at this time, and I thought it might be really nice for you to be able to see the cards in a bit more detail. Sometimes me just talking about the cards, it can be great. It's also nice to see some of these gorgeous cards. We'll roll with it. Let me know how you like it. Today we're going to pull a card for your significator energy. We're going to see what is going on overall for you. And then of course we'll look at your energy and the energy of the person or situation connected to you and kind of how you can navigate these things and close it off with a couple of good surprises. These are timeless readings, so keep in mind whenever you found this reading, it was meant to be for you. And they're also general readings, so take only what resonates. Let's go ahead and get into this. You can check out the description below for more information about me and my channel and my offerings. All right, your significator card, Pisces, is the Ace of Wands. Oh my goodness, wow. So definitely like this feeling of passion, illuminated, shining a light, shining your own personal light through the darkness, through the shadows. And this is a very determined energy. I'm really struck by the grasp that this fist has on the wand here. And I feel like you're really taking up a position here, Pisces, with this Ace of Wands. There's something that really has you motivated. It really has you fired up. It has you driven. It's new. It's exciting. And honestly, it feels pretty good. So I'm really interested to get into this energy. It's very interesting because your fellow water signs of Cancer and Scorpio also had ace kind of energy come up for them. So water signs, something really interesting going on for you. Pisces, we're going to get a couple cards from the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith for you. I would like to just get a better grasp on this Ace of Wands and what you are determined to do here. I get a great sense of determination. It seems to be connected with purpose and with passion. Ooh, we got the Tower. A couple more cards here. The Star. Some major arcana coming in. One more, please, for Pisces. The Page of Wands. Okay, wow, Pisces. You're kicking off here by letting me know that whatever this Ace of Wands is for you and whatever you're determined to do has been birthed out of a very chaotic situation. So there's been some sort of chaos, some sort of breakdown. This could indicate some of you have lost a job, were fired, were let go, a relationship breakdown or a breakup. A separation, a natural disaster may have affected your life. For some of you, this could represent a natural disaster that damaged your home, your property, and affected your well-being somehow. And out of these energies is born this Ace of Wands, this determination, very fiery energy to perhaps recover what was lost or rebuild something new from what was lost here. These Tower moments and these Tower experiences that happen in our lives can be very tumultuous and very chaotic, but I really like what I'm seeing coming out of this. There's this element of transformation for you, Pisces, that I think is super duper important here, coming out of what on the surface might have just been a really chaotic and possibly even traumatic situation. You always have your emotions involved. You're a Pisces, so this could also represent that emotional turmoil energy that you've been through. Now, after that, we have the Star. This is Aquarius energy coming up, and what's really beautiful about this is this feels to me like a card of recovery, of coming back into balance, of gathering up new resources for oneself to feed into what you desire to create, what you're determined to do here. And I feel that you're having some success with that. I do think for some of you, this might feel a bit, there's this part of you that is like, is this too lofty of a goal? Can I reach what I'm trying to do? And the answer is yes, because I do see your energies being in a really good place to do so. Is it going to take growth? Yes. Is it going to take some time? Yes, maybe, but maybe not. Maybe not. I think this is yours to have. This Ace of Wands is representing you aligning yourself much more with the path and the life that you desire. And with the star coming in here and representing goals, achievement, and wish fulfillment, I think this is really auspicious energy for you. I do think there may still be some decisions coming out of this tower that may continue to affect you for a little while. But if you notice, we're moving from a black, shocking, dreary Uranus energy. This is shocking things out of the blue happening, and we're moving into these lighter bluer energies here. What's nice is the Ace of Wands pairs nicely with this Page of Wands. I feel this is you maintaining curiosity. Some of you may be dealing with imposter syndrome. I keep getting that some of you think maybe your goal is too lofty, or somebody maybe convinced you that you can't achieve what you want to achieve. But man, you've got so much determination here, Pisces. I don't see how it's possible that you won't achieve this. The Page of Wands also brings in this really unique and innocent, beautiful curiosity about what you have going here, what you're thinking of doing. This is a card that invites you to transform yourself. The page would be starting off. The ace is starting off. The ace at the beginning of the minor arcana, and the page kind of in the middle, but also still starting up. Some of you may be starting up a business, a new business venture. Some of you are beginning to think about that. Some of you are wanting to take a completely different direction than you have before. The momentum of the fire is here. The determination is here. The curiosity is here. All of the fire-like elemental properties are in place here for you to bring this vision into reality. Now, let's see what's going on around you, the situation or person. Especially, I want to see what might be connected to that tower there. So we're going to get a couple cards for them. I do want this reading to focus more on you, but let's face it, our environment and the people around us do impact us. So what has influenced or impacted you in this tower, or maybe anyone who might not be supportive of your new adventure? Ooh. My nose is itching. So for the other person's energy or the environment, you get the Page of Cups and the King of Pentacles. The Page of Cups is a very loving energy, so I think we are dealing with someone who does love you and they want the best for you. They may not always know how to express that, or perhaps this was a lack of appreciation that you had to deal with in this old job that you had, or this former employer that you had. They were maybe not valuing you to the degree that you needed to be valued. With this King of Pentacles here, I do get this kind of like, let's just be happy with what we got. Let's just accept the status quo. The King of Pentacles is that kind of king that once he's comfortable, he's probably not going to move. And so someone carries this energy. And so you coming in with this determination and this fire, I mean, they love you, but maybe they don't understand what you're trying to do here. Maybe they're like, well, everything's fine. Why do we need to do more? Why do we need to be determined to go to work for ourselves, to be an entrepreneur, when you can just go get a good job and have that steady paycheck and have everything be comfortable for you? I love you and I'll support you in what you do, but they just don't seem maybe interested in doing it themselves. For some of you, maybe there was something that caused a breakup or a breakdown in the relationship. Maybe this has to do with there was love there, but the growth of one person kind of came to a stop, and the growth of you, the other person involved, kept going. And you could have outgrown a job situation as well. But there's love here. There's love coming from the other direction, but also maybe a bit of a sense of just be happy with what you got, be grateful for what you have. You're not allowed to expand. You're not allowed to grow. You're not allowed to want more because what you have is enough. It's kind of like that energy, which with your determination toward something that's been a part of your dreams and desires and wishes, I don't think that energy ultimately would be the most supportive energy for you. It certainly is loving and maybe well-intended, but also very stuck in their own ways and kind of their own way of thinking about things. This could be as simple as somebody is just kind of a naysayer for you. They're a little bit stuck in their ways. And Pisces, you don't have to share everything with them. If they're not super supportive of what you're building out of like a really hard time, then maybe they just don't get to know everything. Right? They don't get to be privileged to have all the information of exactly your plans and how you're doing it, even though they love you. Could be a parent for some of you. You could be an adult, but you have a parent that's kind of maybe a little judgmental or has their own ways of doing things, that what you're doing, a whole bunch of cars just went flying, what you're doing may seem chaotic and irresponsible. I got that when these cards went flying here. Of course, it's really not, because it's aligned with your passions and desires, but to this person, it's big and scary, if that makes sense. So Pisces, let's get a card for how can you navigate the relationship with this person the best and, really truly remain aligned with your desires and your determination here. So a helper card for Pisces. Oh, you got the Six of Cups, Pisces, and it's very interesting because we do have a wedding dress here. So for some of you could literally, I'm going to take it very literally first. Some of you may not want to be married. You're determined to follow a different path in life, and this parent or this person wanted that for you. I'm seeing almost like these cameo portraits here, a little girl, a young woman, and then an older woman. And this energy really feels like for some of you, you could be dealing with a mother who doesn't understand the way that you want to live and is stuck in her own traditional ways. You could be dealing with an Earth sign, a Taurus, a little bit more stubborn energy. She would just have you, out of love for you, she would have you feel safe and secure and married off and like just being happy with someone else doing something for you or doing everything for you. Maybe that's the way it was for her. But we have this generational kind of situation here that is transformative. And you're showing me a determination to do your own thing. You have your own dreams and desires that may not align. Maybe they don't align with the family. And it's just understanding that you're going to bring a different flavor here. I get a runaway bride kind of feeling here for some of you as well. Maybe some of you were scheduled or to be married or put in a situation where you felt a little bit of pressure, whether it was pressure from others or even yourself to uphold a certain image. And that may be a thing for the rest of you where marriage isn't involved or implied. It's an image thing, Pisces. What will people think of me if I don't follow this status quo in my culture, or I don't follow what my parents and grandparents before me did? Then there's a bit of this kind of like rebel, but also black sheep energy coming up for you here. And I really think this Six of Cups is about you loving yourself through this, loving yourself for your own uniqueness and for the way that you're going to do things, even if it's not the traditional way. The Six of Cups is also an exchange of love. I think it's you exchanging love to yourself, your younger version of you, maybe the version that wasn't connected to her dreams and desires. Maybe some of you tried to live this other kind of life that wasn't really aligned with who you are, and it did come crashing down because it wasn't meant to be. It's not who you are. We have a lot of things that are pressurized in our society, and there's a lot of expectation, and family expectations too play a huge role in we grow and evolve and how we live our lives. And when we feel called into a different direction, it can be really challenging to face the decades and centuries of the generations that have come before us and the way they did things, and then come in and do something different. And I feel like that's coming up for some of you. Some of you are maybe taking a big risk and moving to a completely different location. That might have this person a little bit on edge for you and about you. Okay, but that's okay. Let's get you a couple more cards here, Pisces. I really like that we've kind of illuminated what's going on here and the perplexity of it from a generational and family perspective. But I'd like to get you a couple of cards. Just how can you be inspired and empowered with these new energies while at the same time love your family and your background and your situation? How do you bring balance to this is what I want to ask. Let's get you a couple cards for that. What will help you here? Ooh, Pisces. You got two major arcana cards. You got the Temperance card, which is Sagittarius energy, and the Sun, which is connected to the sign of Leo. So you have more fire coming in here. You're starting us off with that Ace of Wands. You have the Page of Wands also supporting that. This is you being patient, I think, with the family members or the friends or just the influential people in your life who, I don't want to say they're a naysayer, because I see that they love you very much, but they just have their own way about them. And you're coming in with this Temperance energy. It's way more free-spirited. You have goals that are outside the realm of what maybe your family felt was possible for anyone in the family. You are aiming to do something quite different. And so I think the best advice I can give looking at these two cards is continue to be yourself, because the Sun would have you honor that soul spark in you. You've got to be who you are and have patience with those in your life who love you. The Temperance card is about patience. It's about timing. Like I said, do they really have to know every single part of your plan? Do they really have to have a say in that? Do you really need to know their opinion? Probably not. You've got this, Pisces, and you're so determined to get this fire going and to shine brightly like the sun. I mean, you're really focused on how you can shine and how you can serve and shine in service in this life. And again, I'm drawn to that it's just maybe not the traditional way. It maybe is a more independent, more original way that you have of doing it. And I think I'm also getting the look, if I kind of refocus my eyes, this here, the zodiac wheel, the inner ring here. There may be a ring that is important. Again, that card with the Six of Cups with the bride came up. Maybe there's a ring that needs to be sold or let go of. Or maybe, your mother wanted you to wear her ring. Hopefully there's a sibling that can take that up for you or do something different. Maybe a ring needs to be returned or repurposed in some way. If you're going to keep it, maybe it should be repurposed in some way that's more aligned with who you are and the spark that you have in life there. That feels very good. This energy feels very good because I do think, whoever this person, this King of Pentacles is over there, they love you. They absolutely love you, mother, father, whoever it is, and they want the best for you, but they also have ideas about what they think is best. And that's where it gets a little tricky, right? That's where it gets a little tricky, because at the end of the day, you know what is best here, and you're so determined to get there. So it's been a bit of a rocky ride here, and I'm going to acknowledge that. At the same time, I think you're primed to really work through this energy, Pisces, quite nicely. I really like what I'm seeing here. I really think that any doubts you have about this dream, this goal, this desire being too lofty really comes from the echoes of this other character here. I think it's something you'll have to just let go. Yeah, if there's wedding dresses, wedding materials, anything like that, or any kind of traditional totems that don't fit for you, see if you can repurpose those somehow, or maybe they need to be gifted to another family member. I think that action, that physical action, would help release you from some of these energies even further. Okay, Pisces, to close out your reading, we're going to get you a few things here. The first is going to be a card here from the Moonology Oracle. So we're looking for just some final words of wisdom, support, or the kind of energy that is really going to help you here. Ooh la la, Pisces, you got a new romantic cycle begins, the new moon in Libra. Oh my, you might want to look up when the new moon in Libra is for the time, that the period that is upcoming when you're actually watching this reading. So take a look at the calendar and do a little future casting on that. Now, this is very interesting because I saw you in the entire reading kind of move away from a traditional kind of partnership or relationships. And it would make sense here that a new romantic cycle would begin for you, one that's in much better balance with your life. Maybe you're the kind of Pisces that needs a bit more independent kind of energies, more interdependent than codependent kind of energies. And so you begin attracting people who maybe are a little bit more independent in their lives, but they would like that companionship. It's not so much the traditional view of marriage and this is when you get married, this is when you have kids, and then you do this and this and this and this is how it happens. Like that King of Pentacles might be comfortable with that energy, but this is recognizing that you're doing it differently. And it's looking like, Pisces, as long as you honor yourself and your own soul spark here, you're going to attract new romance that will align much more nicely with that. Some of you, this tower might have represented a divorce. And so you're not looking to get married again. You're looking to have companionship, though. You would like companionship, but you don't want to force into that structure of marriage. Now, I would also like to get you a rune from this beautiful Etsy purchased by a real artisan, a real person, not factory made. Somebody actually burnt the symbols of the Viking wheel onto this and all of the runes. And I just think it's lovely. I love working with the wood element here. We're going to get you a rune. These runes are of the Elder Futhark. They are Norse and Old Germanic language. I love working with them. They give a whole different vibe. I'm still learning about them. And so I wanted to use it in the reading and invite you to learn about these with me as well. Now, many of you may come from other cultures and you would know the indigenous people of your culture had probably symbols and languages and music and stories. And I invite you to look into those. I think they add a richness to our lives and a quality that just cannot be matched. And so while I'm using this particular Norse Germanic, which is closer to my background and my heritage, I invite you to look into your own heritage for similar symbols and wisdom. So let's see what we get for you, Pisces. Ooh, two are sticking together. Which one? This one on the top wants to come off. All right, Pisces, you got the rune known as Kenaz, K-E-N-A-Z. And Kenaz represents a beacon or a torchlight. I'm very much drawn back to your Ace of Wands here and the tip of the wand. I see it normally depicted on its side like this, but we're going to move it like this for you as well. And this is knowledge, it's vision, revelation. It's your own natural creativity being lit up. It also can serve as a guiding light, and I like that also as an additional meaning for the Ace of Wine. Some of you need a glass of wine. Maybe I need a glass. I don't drink, but maybe some of you need a glass of wine, perhaps, to digest this reading. But the Ace of Wands here, what I really get this wand is about guiding yourself through this very determined process, this passion project, this new way of living that is breaking free of tradition, that is breaking the mold of what maybe your family had thought, or maybe even what you had thought your life would be like. This is also representative of being able to harness power. And I really like that for you because you're going to need that. It's like getting your battery recharged here. Of course, regeneration and transformation is implied, as it does relate also to the element of fire, which has come up in your reading today, and energy. I think you being aligned with your purpose is going to have you feeling so much more energetic than you ever have before. And I think things are really going to be looking up for you. Congratulations, Pisces. This hasn't been the easiest of roads with that tower, but I'm really looking forward to see how you evolve next out of these energies and into alignment with your passion. And ooh la la, maybe some romance on the horizon that's much more in balance with the way you want to live. Pisces, thank you so much for joining this reading today. It was my absolute pleasure. Don't forget to give it a like and maybe drop me a comment below. I would love for you to say hello, and I will see you next time.